Thank you very much. It's a very sad day for, in my opinion, the country. A New York State judge just ruled, and he's crooked as you could get, and a lot of people expected something like this, but not for the amount. But this is a very dishonest man. This is a man that's been overturned already on this case 4 times. But a crooked New York State judge just ruled that I have to pay a fine of $355 million for having built a perfect company. Great cash, great buildings, great everything. It affects New York. It's mostly talking about New York, where we have a totally corrupt attorney general. She campaigned on the fact that I will get Trump, I will get Trump. Everybody's seen it. Latitia, James, they've all seen it. Well, we'll be appealing, but more important than that, this is Russia, this is China, this is the same game. It all comes out of the DOJ, it all comes out of Biden. It's a witch hunt against his political opponent, the likes of which our country has never seen before. You see it in third world countries, banana republics, but you don't see it here. So I just want to say this. You build a great company. There was no fraud. The banks all got their money, 100%. They love Trump. They testified that Trump is great customer, one of our best customers. They testified beautifully. And the judge knows that. He's just a corrupt person. And we knew that from the beginning. We knew it right from the beginning because he wouldn't give it to the commercial division. This judge thought Mar-a-Lago is worth $18 million and it's worth anywhere from 50 to 100 times that amount. So we realized that. He ruled against me before he even got the case. He ruled against me. He said I was guilty. He didn't know what I was guilty of before he even got the case. And Latitia James, that's another case altogether. She's a horribly corrupt attorney general, and it's all having to do with election interference. There were no victims because the banks made a lot of money. They made $100 million. And by the way, I paid approximately $300 million in taxes as the migrants come in and they take over New York. I paid over this period of years over $300 million in taxes, and they want me out. Oh, let's see if we can get them out. These are radical left Democrats. They're lunatics, and it's election interfering. So I just want to thank you for being here. We'll appeal. We'll be successful, I think, because, frankly, if we're not successful, New York State is gone. People are moving out of New York State, and because of this, they're going to move out at a much faster rate. They used a statute. It's a consumer fraud statute that's never been used for a thing like this before. They used it on me because I'm running for president. I'm beating Biden by a lot. We're beating not only the Republicans, we're beating Biden by a lot. The poll came out today, we're up 20 points on Biden. If I weren't running, none of this stuff would have ever happened. None of these lawsuits would have ever happened. Nothing would, I would have had a nice life. But I enjoy this life for a different reason. We're going to make America great again.
All right, y'all, we are back with another video, and here we go again. Obviously, y'all seen my video the other day when I just went off on Latitia James because this woman is in court smiling. She thinking things are funny, and what really pissed a lot of us off is that she was doing all that smiling because she already knew what the outcome was going to be because her and that corrupt Judge Engoron is working together. Remember, the case, they pretty much already had the case done before it was even started. They already knew what they was going to do to Donald Trump. And now they trying to make him pay $364 million, which I don't think Donald Trump is not going to have to pay that because he's going to appeal it. And I'm pretty sure it's going to go into Donald Trump's favor. Now, this one right here is coming by Doug. And I really agree with this title right here that Doug said, you can thank Latitia James for getting Donald Trump elected in 2024. She's doing all that smiling. But what she don't realize is that every time you attack Donald Trump, the only thing you is doing is just making his poll numbers grow. That's all you doing. That's the reason why I say I agree with this title, because she thinks she's doing something by trying to make him pay $364 million. And now you see a lot of people going off about this. You even got people telling me they moving out of New York City. They don't even want to do business in New York City because of the way Donald Trump is being treated. It's just not right. So I definitely agree with her helping Donald Trump, and which she don't think she's doing, because like I said before, she thinks she's doing something by trying to make Donald Trump pay all this money with all this smiling and stuff, because I don't see anything funny. But at the end of the day, The only thing you is doing, you and that corrupt judge, is helping Donald Trump win, because more people is going to come to Donald Trump's side, and we still is going to elect him as president, so it don't really even matter. But like I said, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and dive straight into it. Like I said, make sure y'all watch the entire video. It really, really helps out a lot. And be sure to hit that like button so more people can see how crazy Latitia James really look. All right? So without further ado, y'all, let's go ahead and dive straight into this. And let's go.
Corrupt Latitia James out of New York has a big problem. Her big problem is Latitia James. We've got 2 articles to prove that she has overreached against Trump. This will backfire on her. Number 1 backfire being she's going to get Trump elected. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug Tenaple. This is where the happy patriots are. Never let them take your smile, or they've truly won everything. They will not win. They will not take our happiness.
That's right.
Go. Here's the first article from the American Spectator. If Donald Trump is reelected, thank Latitia James. Now, he's going to get reelected, so in advance, thank you, Latitia James. I'm just going to read the first paragraph. Donald Trump may have authored the art of the deal, said the New York Attorney General Latitia James, doing her best resolute voice, but he perfected the art of the steal. She says, there speaks the voice of American justice, biased, politicized, odiously trite. Quote, today we proved that no one is above the law, unquote, said James, which is what every Trump prosecutor has said over and over for years now. Quote, no matter how rich, powerful, or politically connected you are, everyone must play by the same rules, unquote. That's garbage, and everybody knows it. The rules don't apply to everyone. The rules didn't apply to the Trump family until Donald Trump became president of the United States, and America's ruling class has had a nervous breakdown. That's the first article to make my case that thank you, Latitia James, for getting Trump elected. And remember, if he gets elected, it does not matter how much money they charge him. Okay, just think of it as a fine or a toll fee he has to pay at the gate before he gets to be president. You know, Obama, they get like $400 million after they become president in speaking fees and everything else. Trump will make all that money back. It's not going to put a dent in him, in his career. It's not a big deal. And the Democrats will lose their power, which is what they're willing to pay billions for. They have to lose. That's my premise. Here we go. Now, this is the Hill. You'll hear this theme over and over again, that they overcharged Trump. This is over the Engoron fine, which is also under Latitia James. Here's the Hill. Obscene award against Trump is testing the New York legal system's integrity. This is by Jonathan Turley. You've heard me quote him a lot. New York's legal system's integrity is in tatters. Everyone knows it now. You know it in your gut. If this stands, a New York business will not be able to be safe. Here it is. In laying the foundation for his sweeping decision against former President Donald Trump, Judge Arthur Engoron observed that this is a venal sin, not a mortal sin, unquote. Yet at $355 million, one would think that Engoron had found Trump to be the source of the original sin. Almost like a mass murderer is what he's getting charged for. The judgment against Trump and his family and associates was met with a level of unrestrained celebration by many in New York that bordered on the indecent. Attorney General Latitia James declared not only that Trump would be barred from doing business in New York for 3 years, but that the damages would come to roughly $460 million once interest was included. Does that sound excessive to you? That makes the damages against Trump greater than the gross national product of some countries, including Micronesia. Yet the court admitted that not a single dollar was lost by the banks from these dealings. Indeed, witnesses testified that they wanted to do more business with Trump, who was described as a whale client, high-yield business opportunities. Okay, we're going to get to more of the punishment on New York, but I've got...
See, that's the thing right there. And that's what we all were saying. All the banks, everybody that borrowed money, wherever the case may be, didn't have a problem with the Trump organization. They never owed anybody, and people that they did owe, they paid back on time plus interest. So, like in this whole situation, Donald Trump them didn't owe anybody nothing. Nobody testified and said that Donald Trump them owed us this amount of money. So why do Donald Trump have to pay $355 million for what? Who do he owe to have to pay that money to? Who do he owe? Nobody. He don't owe anybody. No bank, no consumer, no person, nobody. And that just shows you how corrupt the system is. And I'm telling you now, I bet you this right here is going to happen if Donald Trump, they get this overruled. Donald Trump going to end up suing Latitia James and that corrupt judge. Now, I heard Donald Trump's son, Eric, said something about that judge Engoron is probably going to try to retire. He wants to do this to Donald Trump and then maybe try to retire. This is what I heard Eric Trump said. I don't know how much intel he know about that, but he did mention that judge was going to try to retire after he did this to Donald Trump. Because it just don't make sense because Trump don't owe anybody nothing. Latitia James them know that. Because all these people that came out, because they were talking about Deutsche Bank, they did good business with Donald Trump. They love Donald Trump there and they still want to do business with him. So why is y'all trying to fine this man this much money when he don't owe anybody? It just don't make sense. It really don't. It just shows you it's a political witch hunt. They just after Donald Trump. I told you, as we came into this new year, now you see the E. Jean Carroll stuff. You see how the Judge Kaplan went ahead and granted her $83 million. Now you see Latitia James doing $350. So they trying to do this because it's getting closer and closer to the election, and they just trying to sway people away from Donald Trump with all these penalties and stuff. This is what they trying to do. They know elections coming, so now they just trying to hurry up and dial in. That's why you see Jack Smith rushing. Y'all seen Fannie Willis, she was rushing. Now she got a whole scandal going on right now, and she pretty much finna be removed. I think she's out of there. I believe that Fannie Willis and that Donald Trump case, I believe it's done. That's just how I feel. I feel like it's done because Fannie Willis was doing the same thing. She even got on stand and lied top she never been to the White House. And she's lying. So all of these people are doing the same thing. Alvin Bragg, Fannie Willis, Latitia James. I mean, all of them, Jack Smith, they all are doing the same thing, just going after Donald Trump because he's winning. And they trying to stop it. But it's not going to happen at all. At this point, we just sick of this case about this Latitia James crap. I'm just waiting on the judge they got to overturn this. The Supreme Court going to have to overturn it. There's no way Donald Trump going to have to pay $364 million and he didn't owe anybody nothing. Didn't owe nobody. So it just don't make sense to me.
Another graphic here. This one is from Alina Habba. This is Trump's attorney. If this decision stands, it will serve as a signal to every single American that New York is no longer open for business. That is the message loud and clear everyone gets. You don't want to put your business at risk by putting it in New York.
Because you got to realize what they just did to Donald Trump is going to make a whole lot of other owners be like, I don't know if I want to do business in New York because the time that this corrupt Attorney General Latitia James don't like me, she's going to try to go at me just like she did Donald Trump. So it's making a lot of people not want to, do business in New York with something like this. So hopefully the Supreme Court overturn this crap because there's no way that this right here can stand. There's no way.
Politicians that want to punish you merely for being successful or for being on the wrong side of politics, you'll lose your business. New York is one of our oldest and most distinguished bars. It has long resisted those who sought to use the law to pursue political opponents and unpopular figures. It will now be tested to see if those values transcend even Trump. And I don't think it will. I think the Democrats are at a no holds barred. It's time to unleash everything on Trump, no matter how much we undermine law, the rule of law in this country. They're going for broke because they're going to lose everything if Trump wins. That's why Trump has to win. That's why I'm happy you guys are watching to help us track and document this.
That's right. Salute to Doug, man. And we definitely gonna get Trump up in there, and then that right there is just what they scared of. Because if you look at it now, the Democrats just feel like they above law. They pretty much feel like they create their own laws, like they above the law. Whatever they say goes. So that's basically what they do because they don't follow the law. They feel like they is the law, and this is the crap that they've been getting away with. Y'all heard Doug just say, and I said the same thing. As it's getting closer and closer to election, it's just no hold bar. They just throwing everything out there. Everybody trying to rush and get Donald Trump charged now. And that's what Fannie Willis would be doing right now if she wasn't caught in this scandal. But hey, this is what happened when you do things to good people. You shouldn't have been bothering Donald Trump in the first place because the man had an opinion about how he felt like he was cheated. But you know how corrupt the system is. They just let them run with this crap, you know. But like I said, that's my time there. Like I said, make sure y'all hit that like button. I will leave the original video in the description. Make sure y'all go show Doug some love. He's doing a great job over there. But like Doug said, that Latitia James literally just helped Donald Trump win because every time you attack him, the only thing you're doing is helping him in the polls. Like I said, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.